FBI director testifies in the Senate.
If I were the FBI director then, it wouldn't have happened.
And blames a former South Florida attorney for the Epstein scandal. The suspect in the Charlie Kirk case is formally charged.
Notice conviction of this offense may carry the death penalty.
And appears in court. And a deal is reached.
We may let it die, or we may, I don't know, it depends. Up to China. It doesn't matter too much.
Regarding the future of TikTok. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Paula Siriñano.
I'm Samantha Gutierrez. Today is Wednesday, September 17th, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
A high-profile investigation in South Florida is drawing national attention, centering on Patel and Acosta as new details continue to emerge. FBI Director Kash Patel is unhappy this morning as he blames Alex Acosta for casting the original sin in the Jeffrey Epstein case.
Patel says Acosta gave Epstein a sweetheart deal back in 2008, allowing him to plead guilty to a lesser charge and obtain work release. The plea to now prosecution also barred from future prosecutions of those involved. This charge comes as Acosta is scheduled to testify behind closed doors to the House Oversight Committee on his handling of the case.
Now, I know that there's a lot of talk about Epstein, and I'm here to testify that the original sin in the Epstein case was the way it was initially brought by Mr. Acosta back in 2006. The original case involved a very limited search warrant or set of search warrants and didn't take as much investigatory material it should have seized.
Over the course of Patel's hearing yesterday, he faced intense scrutiny from both sides of the aisle about releasing more on the Epstein case. Patel says he cannot do much based on a number of deals made before his time as FBI director.
Court proceedings are underway this morning following the murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, as new information comes to light from his alleged killer. CNN's Cheryl Hubbard has more.
Tyler James Robinson intentionally or knowingly caused the death of Charlie Kirk.
Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old suspect in the killing of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk, appeared virtually in Utah State Court on Tuesday, where he was formally charged.
Notice conviction of this offense may carry the death penalty.
Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray announcing he will seek the death penalty in the case.
I do not take this decision lightly, and it is a decision I have made independently as county attorney.
Robinson now faces 7 criminal counts.
Count 1, aggravated murder, a capital offense for intentionally or knowingly causing the death of Charlie Kirk under circumstances that created a great risk of death to others. Count 2, felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily injury, a first-degree felony.
According to charging documents, Robinson's DNA was found on the trigger of the rifle used in the shooting. Prosecutors also outlined incriminating text messages between Robinson and his roommate. Prosecutors say Robinson's mother recognized her son from images on the news and raised concerns to his father, who confronted his son.
Robinson implied that he was the shooter. When asked why he did it, Robinson explained there is too much evil and the guy, referring to Charlie Kirk, spreads too much hate.
In the end, Robinson turned himself in. I'm Cheryl Hubbard reporting.
Pressure is mounting on Palmetto Bay Councilman Steve Cody to step down. The council voted 4-1 to censor Cody Monday night over his Facebook post about Charlie Kirk's assassination, calling it derogatory and dangerous. Community members packed the meeting demanding he resign, but Cody refused, saying his comment was made in a personal capacity. The council has asked Governor Ron DeSantis and Attorney General to investigate and consider removing him from office.
TikTok apps across the U.S. are still working this morning after an agreement to push back the deadline. The Trump administration announced yesterday that an agreement has been reached with China to keep TikTok operational in the United States. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said a framework deal has been reached, and President Trump will meet with Chinese leader Xi Jinping Friday to finalize it. Bessent said the priority has been making sure the deal is fair for the Chinese and completely respect U.S. national security concerns.
We made a very good trade deal, and I hope good for both countries, but a very different deal than they'd made in the past.
Trump praised the negotiations, calling the agreement a new chapter in U.S.-China relations. While details remain limited, officials say the framework is designed to protect American users' data and address security concerns, while still keeping the app available to millions of U.S. users.
2025 traffic fatalities are down, even with more miles traveled on U.S. roads this year. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration released new data that unveiled early 2025 traffic fatalities declined by more than 8%, down from the more than 18,600 in the same period last year. Reports also said between January and June, 17,000 people lost their lives.
Authorities are investigating a bizarre robbery on Disney property where the suspect planned an underwater getaway. WFTV's Nick Papantonis brings us more details.
The scuba-clad man knowing about the security camera, knowing where to strip off and hide his wetsuit, and knowing when the manager of the Paddlefish restaurant at Disney Springs would be counting their cash for the night. Investigators say the man boarded the replica steamboat just after midnight Monday and forced two employees into the corner of the room. They said he told them to close their eyes. They didn't see a weapon, but did what he said. Sources familiar with the investigation told us separately he then tied the employees up. They said he was in and out in 2 minutes, making off with somewhere between $10,000 and $20,000 before the employees could free themselves and call 911. Deputies believe he put his scuba gear on after the robbery, jumped into the man-made pond, and swam off, leaving this bizarre picture behind, and the staff to clean up and open as normal to guests just 12 hours later as detectives scoured the area.
Nick Papantonis, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Last time Inter Miami and Seattle met, it was intense. Get ready for round 2.
And that's still ahead, and so is the story.
This will be the most incredible flag football showcase ever.
The game's biggest legend isn't staying on the sidelines for long. Don't go anywhere. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together,
we should still make an effort.
To get to know each other
on a deeper level.
Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor.
It's time we take a step forward.
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
He dominated the pros. Now, the biggest name in football is taking on a smaller field and a new challenge. Tom Brady may be done with NFL, but he's not done competing.
And the 7-time Super Bowl champ is hitting the field again, but this time with a change. Caplin's Nicola Esper has more from the control room.
He is not coming back to the NFL, but Tom Brady is back on the gridiron in a way no one expected. The 7-time Super Bowl champion just announced his return to the field for flag football.
Brady was revealed Monday as the headliner for a new flag football showcase in Saudi Arabia. For Brady, this event marks his first official return to competition since retirement in 2023.
It will be the most incredible flag football showcase ever.
Fan favorites like Rob Gronkowski, Sauce Gardner, CeeDee Lamb, and Tyreek Hill are set to join Brady on the field, with coaches Pete Carroll, Sean Payton, and Kyle Shanahan leading.
We're gathering so many incredibly skilled athletes.
The event will bring together both active and retired NFL players in a round-robin tournament, broadcasted by Fox Sports in 2026.
It felt like the perfect time for me to hit the field again and get my competitive juices flowing.
And while it's just an exhibition, Brady insists he'll be playing to win.
And I'm pumped to hit the field for the first time in a few years.
The showcase kicks off March 21st, 2026 in Saudi Arabia, another stop in the country's growing sports empire, and another chance for Tom Brady fans to see the GOAT back on the field. In the control room for Caplin News, I'm Nicolette Esper.
Inter Miami gets their get back against the Seattle Sounders. A few weeks ago, the two teams faced off for the League's Cup, and Miami lost 3-0. However, last night, Inter Miami claimed redemption at home. Jordi Alba and Lionel Messi both scored one for the team before the half. And Ian Frey followed not too long after. The final score was Seattle 1, Inter Miami 3. Miami will host DC United this Saturday at 7:30 p.m.
The Marlins away game stretch is a win in Denver against the Colorado Rockies. The Fish had 2 great innings in the third and the 6th, scoring 3 points in each. The Rockies also looked for a comeback, scoring 5 in the last 2 innings. However, it was not enough and the Marlins took the win. The final score was Marlins 6, Colorado 5. The Marlins will play the Rockies in Game 2 of the series tonight at 8:40 p.m. You're watching Newsbreak and we're coming right back.
I could really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes?
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Go get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by PantherTech in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
And that's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Samantha Gutierrez.
And I'm Paula Sirignano. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.